Let's jump right into this explainer. We're going to take what can sometimes be a slightly dry textbook introduction to talent management and flip it into the ultimate masterclass study guide. So if you want to absolutely ace your understanding of these core concepts, you've landed in the exact right spot. We're breaking down the mechanics of how the absolute best organizations in the world handle their people, and we're using a highly systematic framework to do it. By the time we wrap up, you'll have a crystal clear mental map of this whole shebang. Okay, here is our syllabus for today. First up, defining talent management. Second, why it even exists. And third, the core objectives of talent. But before we get into the heavy definitions, I want to hit you with a quick pop quiz just to set the stage. What do you think is the true source of competitive advantage today? I mean, is it cutting-edge tech, bottomless piles of cash, prime real estate? Just keep your answer tucked away in the back of your mind as we go through this, because seeing how businesses evolves to answer this exact question is literally what birthed the entire discipline of talent management. All right, Section 1, defining talent management. The absolute most crucial thing to grasp here is that we aren't just talking about hiring somebody, crossing our fingers and hoping it works out. No way. Talent management is a highly systematic, end-to-end machine. It covers the entire life cycle of an employee. You attract them, figure out what they're great at, develop those skills, keep them fired up, make sure they don't jump ship to a competitor, and then deploy them exactly where the business needs them most. And hey, notice that phrase, individuals of particular value. This isn't a blanket approach. It is specifically laser-focused on high-potential employees or people sitting in absolute business-critical roles. It's strategic, targeted, and honestly, a real game changer. Actually, if you only take away one single thing from this first section, memorize this 5-part formula. Consider it a cheat code for your study guide. At its core, talent management is all about combining the 5 rights. You absolutely need the right person sitting in the right role exactly at the right time the business actually needs them, acquired at the right cost, and getting the right development to keep them growing. If an organization can perfectly balance that equation, boom, they've mastered talent management. It's such a brilliant way to boil down a massive, complicated process into a super actionable checklist. Moving right along to Section 2, why talent management actually exists. To really get this, we've got to look at the huge historical shift that forced this whole function to exist in the first place. Back in the day, companies treated HR as personnel management. We're talking pure, dry, administrative record-keeping, tracking attendance, running the payroll, dealing with workplace discipline. It was super reactive, totally bureaucratic. But as the global economy pivoted hard toward knowledge-driven industries, think IT, consulting, banking, pharma, the entire rulebook got thrown out. Suddenly, people, not machines or giant bank accounts, became the absolute main source of competitive advantage. The focus literally had to shift from pushing paper to building a strategic powerhouse. Let's put this into perspective. Think about the modern titans of industry. You can't just copy a company like Google or Infosys by running out and buying all their fancy equipment. Grabbing the exact same servers or those cool ergonomic office chairs isn't going to give you their market share. The competitive moat for these guys isn't physical at all. It's entirely intellectual. But you know what would actually let you duplicate their success? If you somehow manage to swoop in and hire away all their very best people. That right there proves exactly why finding, developing, and keeping top-tier human talent isn't just some background HR task anymore. It is a do-or-die business necessity. And we can actually pinpoint the exact moment this massive corporate mindset shift happened. It was 1997. That's when the consulting heavyweights at McKinsey dropped a landmark study that coined a phrase you've probably heard, the war for talent. This was the wake-up call. The business world suddenly realized the terrifying reality of talent shortage risk. They looked around and saw there just weren't enough highly skilled, high-potential folks to go around, meaning companies were going to have to fiercely battle it out to attract and keep them. So to wrap this section up for your notes, talent management is here today for 3 huge reasons. First, to shield the organization from that exact talent shortage risk that McKinsey sounded the alarm on. Second, to totally transform HR from a sleepy administrative cost center into a crucial strategic business partner. And third, to make absolutely sure a company's grand strategy is never blocked simply because leadership has to admit, we don't actually have the right people to pull this off. It's literally about bulldozing those human capital roadblocks before they even have a chance to form. Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, the core objectives of talent. If you're ever asked on an exam or, just in a high-stakes meeting what talent management is actually trying to do on a day-to-day basis, you want to fire off these 5 core goals. Number 1, build a rock-solid ready pipeline of capable employees for both right now and the future. Number 2, slash the massive costs and risks of attrition, especially when we're talking about losing your absolute best performers. Number 3, make sure individual skills are perfectly synced up with the big picture organizational strategy. Number 4, build up your employer brand so that top talent naturally gravitates towards you. And finally, number 5, create a performance culture that keeps all that amazing talent deeply engaged and super productive. Honestly, if a company nails these 5 things, they've built themselves an unstoppable engine for competitive advantage. As we close out this study guide, I want to leave you with one final exam question. But this time, I want you to apply it to your very own career. Think about the massive historical shift we just talked about and ask yourself, is your current organization treating you like a strategic asset? Are you part of a vital end-to-end talent pipeline? Or are they still stuck in the past, treating you like just another administrative record? Spotting the difference there isn't just good for passing a test, it's absolutely critical for navigating your own professional path. Keep studying, keep asking those tough questions, and I really hope this explainer helps you totally master the fundamentals of talent management.